Hey guys, I'm Patrick from Two Dudes Gaming. Today we are doing Two Dudes Talking, which is our series where we talk about video games, board games, and real life. You can't see my fingers, but that's what we're talking about today. And I am here with Brett
Yo, what's up, guys?
and our special guest for the first guest that we have ever had on Two Dudes Talking out of the two videos is Daniel. And yeah,
Hi.
Hi, Daniel. Hey,
Hi.
guys, be sure to check out Daniel's YouTube channel.
It's
and that can be found where?
Locked in the Talk Show.
Quite
There.
awesome. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites.
All right, so we all brought some certain topics to the table today. Brett or Daniel, who wants to go first?
I don't know. Daniel, do you want to go?
I would love to go, Brett. Thank you. Today I will be talking about a majestic creature known as the alligators. It is a big topic back over at my channel. I'm just going to fire some facts at you right now. For example, here, let me just make my notes.
He totally did. Yes.
My notes. So, the maximum speed of the alligator, 20 miles per hour.
Oh my god!
That's
Wait, seriously?
Water, yeah. Yes, Patrick.
Whew.
Yeah, its lifespan is around 30 to 50 years. Yeah, its clutch size is around 20 to 50. I don't know if it's inches or centimeters. Let's say inches. So keep things simple.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Predators, nothing crazy. Just jaguars, leopards, the common man, turning them into boots and suitcases. Actually, on a drawing of you today, it's a drawing of my pet alligator, Cornelius.
Hey.
The scale, if you can, I don't know if you can see it. Wait, maybe it's okay. Moving on, though, a lot of facts, or more facts that not many people know about the alligator, is that it actually helped sign the Declaration of Independence. This was
Explain.
the war between civil rights movement and that the alligators are actually very good penmanship. So they signed all the signatures since everyone else couldn't write as well.
Do you mind going in more depth on that, Daniel?
Well, it's quite simple, really. You see, alligators were hidden by the government. Just like, birds aren't real. They have to recharge their batteries. Alligators are, as I previously stated, have excellent penmanship, but this was hidden by the government for a long time. Why? Well, you have all these famous men of the government writing big fancy signatures. And in reality, we don't know how to write these big fancy signatures. So what do? They get alligators to write their signatures for them.
Okay.
On America of what we know today.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe we should have proved what you were going to say before we started recording, but that's okay.
You know what? It was solid. I liked it.
It's okay.
All right, Brett, you're up.
All right. So, in case you guys haven't been keeping up with your normal TikTok news, recently there's been this trend of 1-star ratings on the App Store. It started in China with students not liking online school, and they figured out that for the Apple App Store, if an app got a 1-star rating or less, it would be automatically taken off the App Store. So that's exactly what they tried to do. There are millions and millions of reviews on their app. I think it's called Tik Tok. And it lowered down the rating from like 4 stars to 2 stars, trying to get it taken off the App Store. And a lot of people have been doing that with, Life 360. A lot of kids complain about Life 360. Yeah, I don't know why. Google Classrooms. They've been trying to do this for a while now. I don't think it's succeeding at all anymore. But well, Daniel, tell us what are your thoughts on this 1-star app rating?
I think it's quite interesting, Brett.
Oh, why?
Well, you see, the reason why I think it's so interesting is that people have taken the time to go to all these apps and rate it 1 star. And in reality, they can do so much more with their lives, like learning how to play ping pong, getting to know their children more,
Uh, oh,
maybe working on their family relationships,
okay.
or learning more about alligators.
I see. What about you, Patrick? Transitioning over to you.
I think it's just kind of dumb because there's no point to doing it. After, yeah, sure, everybody gives a 1 star review. It gets 1 star. It gets taken off the App Store. You still have it downloaded. Like, yeah, sure, you can't update it. You can't do anything with it. But that doesn't change the fact that it's downloaded on your app. And if you delete it, they're going to blame that on you, not the App Store or anything like that. So that's going to be completely your fault. And you're just going to get flunked in every class if you delete it. Also, why would, if in good conscience, why would Apple take off a thing for getting 1 stars when kids are deliberately trying to get it off so they don't have to go to school? I think they should know better and honestly be kind of more concerned for a kid's well-being than that.
I see. Makes sense. Makes sense. You know. I don't know. I don't know because yet I don't think those apps have reached 1 star because of something I'm just about to talk about. But so I don't know what Apple will do. I don't know what Apple will do. But now, there you guys know about Karens, correct? Aren't there Karens
Yes.
in the alligator world? Yes, I see. So
Okay, thank you for
recently,
that.
all these parents or so-called Karens by our generation have started rating it 5 stars. And so it's been this ongoing back and forth battle between Karens and our generation trying to get these apps on the App Store or taken off. What do you think about these Karens now moving their acts digitally?
I don't know. I'm not one too savvy in the tech world. I don't have too many apps, but I can understand why parents might be doing this. But at the same time, I wonder why parents might be doing this.
I see. I
It's a
see.
toss-up.
Very wise words from you, Daniel. Thank you. Patrick, what do you think?
I think that they are doing the right thing. To be perfectly honest, I'll be the first person to say, hey, if there's snow on the ground, I shouldn't be going to school. But overall, I do think school is important. I may not look like I think that. I may not show that I like that or think that. But I do think school is important for everybody because you don't want this whole entire generation to be living on the street in a dumpster or something like that. So I think they can do whatever they want as long as they make sure that the kids are still getting an education.
I see. I see. Wise words. Wise words. All right. Well, that's all I have. Patrick.
All right.
Have a
I
pretty
guess I'm up then.
talking.
Sorry, switch my screen. All right. So on a lighter note, sorry. All right. On a lighter note, I've got I'm talking about Super Smash Bros. That's what I brought to the table today.
I see.
And so first of all, I'd like to say who everybody thinks the best character is. Brett, since you're the most novice of us three, I'll let you go first.
Icebreakers, by far. There's 2 of them, and when they do their little spinny move, man, it can just wreck face, going back and forth, knocking everybody off.
I'm gonna guess you are talking about your up smash.
I don't know what that means, but sure.
Okay, Daniel, what would you say is your favorite character? Not your favorite character, the best character.
Well, Patrick, it's interesting that you asked me that. See, there's a lot of really good characters. You have your characters such as Ganondorf, your Bowsers, your Donkey Kongs. You have smaller characters such as Luigi, your Peaches, and your Jigglypuffs. But in my eyes, I think King K. Rool.
Why do you think that?
Why, Brett?
Yeah, why?
I'm so glad you asked. You see, King K. Rool has this way of dealing with the opponent. Simply put, smashing it with a hammer.
Oh, but
Or
don't
punching.
icebreakers do that? Don't they smack people with hammers?
don't know. In
Daniel,
my
are talking about King Dedede or King K. Rool?
King K. Rool.
The alligator?
DDD. No, sorry. I misspoke. King K. Rool does not have a hammer. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the little cannon thing. My mistake. But King K. Rool is one of the best characters. Plus, he's an alligator.
So would you say that's judged on his alligator-ness? So I guess
not. No sense of the word.
All right.
If he was a crocodile, I'd still think he's the best character. It just so happens that he is an alligator.
What happens if he was a jaguar?
Then I would choose Luigi.
All right. But that's a very fair, very fair. I do like King K. Rool because he's got such a very powerful attack. My best character choice would have to be either Jigglypuff or Kirby. I am a Kirby Mewtwo main. Mewtwo is a very strong opponent with its stun ability, but it just doesn't compare up to its Kirby's down smash and up smash.
Why?
So I would have to say best character is definitely by far Kirby.
Oh, why do you think that?
Because of his down smash being so impenetrable, I guess would be a word. Because when he's in his down smash form, you can't hit him. So he can't fall off the map unless he's pushed off by some already existing ability, or he gets hit off before he does his down smash. But when he is on the ground in his down smash, he cannot be moved. And his up smash forces people into direction if you hit them. So I think that both his up and down smash are a little overpowered for Smash Bros.
Okay. I see.
All right, cool. That's what I have for the first topic. Second topic would be, who do you think the most OP character is?
The dude you play as. It's not
Mewtwo or Kirby?
I don't know. I don't remember the pink one. The pink one is the one that I was.
They're both pink.
Well, the small one, the small puffball.
That's Kirby.
Okay, so then Kirby is the most overpowered because you always beat me with him, and I don't understand why. You know, I do all the.
Brett, let's be honest here.
All,
you know why.
I hit all the correct button combinations that I know. It's just you beat me, so it's not fair. It's not fair.
You know one combination, Brett, and that would be up smash.
And I know how to side smack people, but you're always just so far away.
That's because I know how to move.
I do too. Using my spinning move. I move around the map spinning. What about you, Daniel? What do you think?
What do I think? I think about a lot of things. I have to be more specific.
Well, who do you think is the most OP character?
Ah, yes. Question as old as time itself.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I would say the most OP character. I'm not much of a gamer. I'm more of a reptile man. But I had to say who's the most OP character. If used properly, I'd say possibly Bowser, because it's very easy to rack up a lot of damage. When used in the hands of a spammer, things can get annoying. Along with Rob as well, he's up there. But in my experience, I would say probably Kirby, because he'd be a little harder to kill. But if you know his moves, it'd be pretty easy. It all depends on the player.
I see.
Possibly Kirby, Bowser, Rob, good spamming kind of character.
I see.
Yeah.
It's difficult to deal with.
I would have to agree with Daniel on all of those, except for I would like to add one, Pac-Man. Just the spamming of the fire hydrant and the spamming of his eat ability, really annoying, especially when you're playing Ben. No offense to it, but oh my gosh, it's annoying.
I've never played against Ben.
You count, yeah, don't, it's bad.
Okay.
I have yet to win against Ben. Yeah, he's a good player. I'll give him that. He's a very good player. All right, that pretty much covers most OP character. What's your favorite type of arena, and what arena isn't?
That is a good question. I would say my favorite kind of arena is the basement.
I was referring to Smash Bros.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't play often enough.
Well, what your favorite type would be the I'd have to ask Daniel what the exact name's for, but the 3 ledge one, like we have the three little platforms and then the big one at the bottom, or the changeable arena, where like it changes mid game.
I do know what you're talking about. I forget the name though. But
Yeah.
while I'm here, I will say my favorite arena is the Pokemon arena. Classic.
Yeah.
Fun one. Classic. Or Animal Crossing. That's another good arena.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are good ones. I think I would have to say I like the Wii Sports one, because that would just, it changes so much and you get to see so many different maps. It's kind of fun to me. Brett, you don't play enough to know one, so would you like us to skip you?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. Next question. Duration of game. What is it? What's the good amount of time? What's the least amount of time? So what's too long? What's too low? Brett, we'll start with you.
Well, seeing my little knowledge about this game, I'm just gonna go in on my other game knowledge. I think the perfect time for a game like Smash Bros. Would be 3 minutes. No longer, maybe shorter if you're that good. But yeah, I feel like 3 minutes.
All right. Yeah. Daniel, your thoughts?
Well, it all depends. I personally not too fond of the time of games. I'm more of a stock guy myself. But I think an appropriate time, a time limit, I should say, is maybe around 3 to 5 minutes. Because if it's around 3 minutes, that's a good time, but it's a little difficult to get a bunch of kills in. And when it's 5 minutes, you have more time to strategize and think about your approach, and a limited amount of time to die.
I see. That's a fair point. Yeah. Your answer, I would say I would go for 5 minutes, no more, no less, because I just like 5 minute timers. But Daniel's answer brings me to another question: stock or no? Would you prefer stock or no stock? Daniel, since you answered that last one, you go first.
I like stock. Furthermore, I like stock without items. This way, it really challenges both players, 2v2, or 4v4, or like 4, free for all, whatever. But this way, it really challenges the players to use their skills instead of relying on a time limit and just having to survive a certain amount of time, and at the same time not having to rely on specific items. This allows them to really show their skills and really sifts out who is the best player and who isn't as. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's a good point. Brett, your thoughts?
What is stock?
It's how much lives you got, pretty much.
Oh, I prefer lives, definitely, because I last a lot longer when when it's based off of lives.
So, given that, what would you guys say is the appropriate amount of stock?
3.
3. All right.
Because
whenever we play, we always play with 5. Is that because I personally do it because I would prefer to play a longer game against you guys, but what would you guys say?
5 is fun if you just want to have a fun time, hang out and just beat each other up using Nintendo characters. 5 is a good amount. When you want to get more serious and actually battle 3 is best on maybe more 2v2 matches. That's when 3 is more appropriate. 3 strikes are out. I know sports.
Yeah, I agree with that. That is what they use the competitive league. So yeah, that seems very fair. Yeah. Brett, you already agreed with that, I believe. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Cool. That was pretty much that question, and I think that covers pretty much everything I have, except for how many people should be in a game, max and min.
Well, it all depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a rack of how many people, and narrowing it down to one person. Classic 2v2 is always good. But if you just want to have a fun time, 4 people. And then around 6 people, that's when it gets a little chaotic. You can't really see where you are, making it more difficult to play the game.
I see. I see.
Yeah, that makes sense. Brett, your thoughts?
I would say the gold number would be 2 people. Because, then it's really just skill. Because if there's more than 2, I feel like if you get hit once, your character does their little bounce back animation, and then that just leaves the opportunity for somebody else to come and hit you, and you could just get really tag teamed on and wrecked off the start. Because, if you think about it, if you're the best and, if you're doing a tournament with your friends, they would all go for you first, and then that would be impossible to win.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair point, yeah. I'd say probably 4 to 5, because I probably would say my way of playing the game is more chaotic and rambunctious, so a lot of area damage. So I will try to take on as many people at once as I can to get all that damage out, and then I'd back off, let them fight it out, and then go in and attack them again, kind of like guerrilla warfare, in a sense. So that's just my style of fighting, and it doesn't work so well in 1v1s, but I have my way around that. But that's beside the point. I would say 4 to 5 is probably the golden number in my opinion. 7 and up is too much for me, and I don't really care about minimum. Minimum's 1.
I see. Okay.
So yeah. That pretty much answers all my questions for Super Smash Bros.
All right. Daniel, do you have any more comments on your alligators earlier?
Well, covered all the notes that I wanted to discuss. Let's see. I have random math equations. Let's see, and some chemistry equations as well.
Oh, I see. Are those for the alligators?
No, I think that's for another day, perhaps.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Okay.
Makes sense, yes. What would you say the natural habitat of an alligator is? Would he prefer a clean or dirty lake?
Well, it depends. You see, because already the natural habitat of an alligator is a little dirty with pollution of people coming into the land, building houses, and etc. So it's already a little dirty, or I shouldn't say a little dirty, pretty dirty. But they've been able to thrive. But it would be nice for them to have cleaner waters to tread. But at the same time, they use the marshy lands to their advantage to blend in with their surroundings.
I see.
Makes sense.
How do you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Patrick.
You can go first, Brett.
Okay. How do you feel about the portrayal of alligators in Peter Pan?
I'm appalled.
Why? Explain more for us.
Well, it portrays these reptilian creatures in a bad light. And to my knowledge, I believe that Peter Pan is not an alligator, but a crocodile. One of the two. But either way, it portrays these lizards in a bad light, which breaks my heart. It just makes me think about my alligator Cornelius. What would happen if people saw him as an evil monster that has a kicking problem and wants to eat a pirate and hurt me?
I understand.
Following up on the sorry to interrupt you, Daniel, but following up on the crocodile, alligator, Peter Pan thing, do crocodiles and alligators have the taste for clocks?
That is an age-old question. Well, if you tuned into my previous episode, I discussed how alligators helped to build the pyramids with mind-bending properties. Again, thank you, alligators. But it depends on what kind of clock. If it's a cuckoo clock, possibility. If it's an alarm clock, they definitely love alarm clocks. But if it's just a normal clock that you just throw in some AA batteries, it's the McDonald's of the alligator world. They don't care for those. They like
see.
more antiques. Grandfather clocks, buffet right there.
That's their like filet mignon of the alligator world.
It is our Chick-fil-A, if you will.
Oh, I see.
Ah, I see. So what would they consider like the high end, like the highest end of food?
Well, as we already discussed, clocks is one. The highest end of food. Well, this is going off of my pet alligator Cornelius. He loves Cheetos. I don't know why. He loves Cheetos. I tried testing this when I went down to Florida. I left a trail of Cheetos, and we knew a posse of alligators just came roaming in. So this could be the case. I hope
that's yeah. Okay.
Interesting thoughts, Daniel. A nice new perspective about alligators.
That's what I'm here for.
It's refreshing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions from you, gentlemen?
I don't think so.
Is there a specific number they do when they are in a death roll?
7.
All right, I see. Yes, makes sense.
Why 7?
God created the world in 7 days.
Okay.
No more, no less.
Naturally, alligators were a part of this, and 7 is the magic number.
7 is also a multiple of 42, which is the meaning of life. So.
Okay, well.
Patrick understands.
I think we're running out of time here today, guys. Because, Daniel, it was great to have you. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Two Dudes Talking. Hope to see you again in the future sometime. Just let us know. Be sure to check out Daniel's channel, guys. We'll put the link in the description. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Two Dudes Talking. 2 weeks, because we do it every other week. Stay tuned for the next episode. We will also have a special guest then, too. Who knows who at this stage.
Might be my dog.
Oh, maybe his dog. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down in the corner. And stay tuned. Bye, guys.